All right, family, I'm in the fight chair. You know how it is. I, I have mixed emotions still about this Nate Diaz versus Connor McGregor fight. I don't know why. Because I'm thinking, okay, you're the champ. You went up two weight classes. Bam, you lost. As a fan, I understand it happens. Dude, we don't mind that. What we really want to see is you defend your title against Frankie-Edgar. So now I'm thinking, you know, as a fan, I don't want to see some fight with you and Nate Diaz just to prove, hey, you are the man. You got a thing going. As a fighter, I don't want as a champ. I'm saying as a champion and a fighter. As a champion and a fighter, I want to see you defend your title. I don't want to see you get distracted going off on some goose chase to prove that to prove anything to yourself in terms of your ego and your status that you're able to deliver. And I'm not interested in your personal vendetta, ego, that type of stuff. I'm interested in seeing you fight the guys in your division who are pound for pound the best in the world. So now I'm thinking to myself, is Conor McGregor running from Frankie-Edgar that he's willing to fight any, he's willing to take any and opponent from any other division and fight any other fight except for the fight he's supposed to fight defending his belt because he's gonna lose his belt. If he loses a fight in another division or so, that loss doesn't take the belt from him. But if he loses a fight in his division, he will lose the belt. That's why he doesn't want to fight in his division. I can't wrap my mind around that. That's just too much Twilight Zone stuff for one person, man. So I'm thinking he's not running from Frankie-Edgar. I'm thinking it's either one of two things. It's either A, he wanted to go to the Rafael dos Anjos thing, it didn't work out. Dana White tried to feed Nate this to him as a snack. The snack turned out to be a giant gorilla that ripped his arms off and beat him to death with it. So now he's back again looking for redemption. He wants to fight Nate Diaz. But Nate Diaz, it's like you take a blender and you put the boxing skills of Muhammad Ali in there. Then you put the chin and tenacity of the Wolverine from Marvel superhero comics in there. Then afterwards, he's an X-Men, by the way. You take Deadpool and you throw him in there to add to that chin, strong chin, and then you throw Chuck Liddell's punching power in there. Then you throw the ability to circle and strike from Manny Pacquiao in there. I'm leaving up Floyd Mayweather because he hits and run, but Nate Diaz doesn't do that. He will stand and bang. I mean, and then you take the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills of his brother Nick and throw it in the blender and bam, that's what you got. There's no way Conor McGregor is gonna beat Nate Diaz. Also, keep in mind that his brother Nick is suspended, right? So Nick is spending all his time pouring his efforts and abilities and condensing it. Oh my God! Into his brother. Do you understand that? So literally, you're gonna see Nate Diaz's fighting style become a hybrid of his and his brother combined. No way you're gonna beat that guy. And besides, that's not in your division. So I'm not interested in seeing that fight. What I really want to see is Conor McGregor in his division. So I'm thinking, yeah, two things. So back to two things I was saying. So either A, Conor McGregor wants to redeem himself so he can win this fight, and that will bring his earning power back up so people don't get disinterested and thinking, hey, the winning streak is over. Let's move on to something else. He doesn't lose his fans or something like that. Or B, Dana White sees the money and said, well, I got 1.5 million pay-per-view buys the last time. Maybe we could do the same thing again with this fight based on the numbers. But I'm telling you, based on the law of diminishing returns and the numbers I'm running, I don't think it's gonna be very hard to sell that fight one more time. It's gonna be very hard, especially as part of the main event. I don't know how that's gonna work, but we'll see what happens. Or B, the next thing I'm thinking, or is it C? Well, yeah, it's probably C. The next thing I'm thinking is that Conor McGregor just can't make the weight, and he can't make the weight, and he's trying to buy himself enough time to either get a title shot on the upper level, get a title shot with Rafael dos Anjos, then he'll vacate the title, or he's trying to buy himself enough time to make the weight safely, or there's something behind the scenes to make something happen. But if he was to come down to try and fight Frankie-Edgar right now, I don't think he'd be able to safely make the weight. And I think that's one of the issues that Dana White brought up before. But in the meantime, what I really want to see is him defending his title, like any true champion does. A true champion defend the title. They don't get distracted, chase off on other things. They defend the title. And what I want to see is Conor McGregor defending his title. I'm not, you know. And then the next thing I'm thinking for a pay per view buy, why would I spend my money and buy that pay per view when I'm gonna go ahead and read about it. I can read about it on Bloody Elbow and all that various MMA, what's it called, blogs, the live event blogs. And then next thing you know, I'm gonna get to watch it on YouTube the next morning for free anyway. So I'm not gonna stay up all night bleaching over it, going my eyes glossed over. But if I'm up studying or doing some work and I got the time, then I probably watch it. But it's just you know, I don't know. I have mixed emotions. I'm still working through it. Maybe I'll get excited by the time the event rolls around. But we'll see. But really, I want to see something happen in the in that 145 division. Frankie-Edgar and Jose Aldo got to bang. Money's got to be made. We got to free that pipeline up, man. Something's got to happen, dude. All right, man. That's my 2 cents. I'm just confused about this thing. I'll work it out in my mind somehow. You know, I'm following Dana White and Conor McGregor on Twitter. So we'll see what they post. But recently, Frankie-Edgar posted, "Hey, he'll be known as the guy who will fight anyone, anywhere." And then Jose Aldo tweeted out that, "Hey, 10 years undefeated, 5 years UFC champion," and then he said, "Number greatest of all time." So you know he's right now he's just saying, "Hey, what I want is a title shot, and I'm going to." He's not anxious. He's not over. He's not. That's what I'm looking for. He's more settled now, and he's not gonna rush into it with all that heavy emotion and become over invested and make bad decisions like the last time. This time around, I think what he's gonna do is approach it methodically, just pace himself, ease into it, and then whoever he gets to fight, he'll fight for the title or whatever. He's just taking it easy, and I think Frankie-Edgar even is chomping at the bits, and he wants his title shot now. No, I'm not sure if this is a Dana White move to run the clock out on Frankie-Edgar and Jose Aldo. You know, because they're a little older. He's thinking, hey, they'll maybe lose a step with age or so, that type of thing. But as a fan, I just want to see this guy defend his title against Frankie-Edgar or Jose Aldo or whatever. Come back to the division and just bang. That's what I really want to see, man. All right, guys. Peace out.